Hi, welcome to Who Are You Wearing, the fashion podcast that's not really about clothes. I'm Alice, and I am so excited to introduce you to today's gorgeous guest. She is a strong woman in more ways than one, and you'll probably recognise her from being on your telly on a Saturday night dressed in lycra. Sheli McCoy, aka Sabre from Gladiators, is a weightlifting record holder, a BAFTA winner, and she really knows how to put an outfit together too. Sheli, welcome to the dressing room.
Well, hello. Thank you very much for having me, Alice. That was a lovely intro.
Oh, I mean, very well deserved.
Thanks.
Lots to get into. But I know as soon as people meet you, they'll be like, fitness, fitness, fitness. But I actually don't think people give you enough appreciation for your outfits. I love what you wear.
So recently, I've definitely taken a bigger interest in fashion because prior to becoming Sabre, I would have attended one or two formal events over the year. With my mum or with a friend or for a charity. Whereas ever since working in the media and TV industry, I find myself at these weekly. And so before, I didn't have a good enough excuse to go buying all the things that I really loved. And I didn't really have a place to wear them. However, in this last few years, having more events to go to, I find myself really taking time to be like, okay, what do I like? What sort of fits do I like? What do I want my outfit to like, the vibe to give off? And I'm so different every day as well. I find myself being really versatile with my clothing. And it's only been in the last maybe year that people have been like, are you actually really fashionable? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I might be. But I appreciate you saying that because I have really enjoyed clothing over the last year or so.
Yeah, and I've loved kind of exploring that on your Instagram. But speaking of Instagram, I've seen those trousers on Instagram.
Yeah.
I love your outfit today. I love we've got some cow print. We got the double waistline.
Yeah.
Do you want to just chat me through a bit about your outfit and why you decided to wear this today?
Sure. So I'm stuck in between eras.
Okay.
So I've fully sold myself to Western cowgirl, but I thought it'd be too much to wear the hat. So I didn't wear the hat.
Never too much.
I know, but I didn't wear the hat. And so animal print has always been something I've loved. And then right now between Western style fashion, I'm also still in like a grungy tomboy phase right now. So I love a baggy pant. Baggy trousers, tight fit tee or crop, and like a tracksuit retro style jumper or jacket. And I've been in this little era for a little while because it really suits the weather currently. And my body shape is athletic. I have quite big legs through the sport that I do. And when it's hot outside, I don't like to wear tight fit trousers. I just get too hot. I get sweaty knees. So baggy pant for comfort. So anyway, this is Adidas and it matches the trainers. They're also
it does.
Yeah, I know. That was totally on purpose.
But when you saw that jacket, you must have been like, this is literally me in a jacket. It's
Sold.
animal print and sporty.
Sold, send me two. And I just loved it. I love a retro jacket. Animal print at the minute is great. And these colours
very like neutral.
Love a neutral. Or I like it to be really bold.
Yes.
I don't tend to wear a lot of patterns.
Okay, apart from animal print
and the occasional tartan. Apart from that, I don't tend to wear an awful lot of patterns, but I like bold, striking, and I'm right in this era at the minute. My jacket's Adidas. My little t-shirt is Zara because you can't go wrong with a little tight form.
And it's very like, you could wear that in the gym, right? It's very like athletic.
Yeah, so like think, like compression top.
Yes, yeah.
Me. So that, and then these trousers, I got them from ASOS, but they're made by Bershka.
Yeah.
So Bershka have them in like 6 different colours. The only ones I don't have is the pinstripe, but it's just because I can't get them.
Okay.
Can't get them in my size.
I will eventually. Would be really good.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be cool? Like kind of office vibe. And then my trainers are Adidas. And then my bag is actually Holland Cooper.
You have a thing for Holland Cooper. I've seen you wear quite a lot.
Big thing.
Yeah.
I have a big thing. And I love a classic, handbag. And like a girly, feminine, classic chic handbag.
Yeah.
With tracky bottoms.
Yes.
Love
it's
that
just
as a
the
look.
Juxtaposition. You've got like your elegant bag.
Yeah.
But she's ready for business.
100%. And I just think as well, like my whole makeup through life has been girly, blonde hair, blue eyes, like a little bit of makeup, but sporty. And that is literally my Gladiator character as well, Sabre.
Yes.
She is very glamorous, but she's also an incredible athlete.
Yeah.
So, and I just think that kind of bleeds into my fashion a bit now. Like, you'll all probably always be able to tell I do sport in the outfits that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And recently I was at the Highland Show and I went to Holland Cooper and I put on a few suits and just that I feel a different way when I'm in like a suit, a 3-piece suit. I wore a suit to the BAFTAs.
Yes.
Holland Cooper suit.
Tartan.
Yeah,
yes.
Holland Cooper.
It was amazing.
Wasn't it beautiful? And I think because I quite like to break the mold, it would be pretty obvious for me to show up to the BAFTAs in a massive gown.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not the obvious type. And I still always want to feel super comfortable and powerful. And I want to represent something different.
Yeah.
And girls don't just have to wear dresses to be feminine. You can be perfectly feminine and beautiful and cute and sexy.
Yeah.
Any of those adjectives in a suit, in baggy pants, in a tracksuit top. Clothing doesn't define like who you are, but it definitely emphasizes your mood and your character.
And it helps you tell the story. I actually think women in suits is my like, so there's just the juxtaposition of just you know, like a Yves Saint Laurent, the smoking, like the tuxedo jacket but nothing underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, perfection.
Yeah. And I actually really appreciate a woman that can wear a suit well.
Yes.
And can wear a suit confidently. Because I think a lot of the time I probably would have lent more towards something a little bit more revealing, like a shorter skirt or like a backless dress. Because then I'm like, okay, that's sexy, right? You can see skin, that's sexy. You don't have to see skin to be sexy. You can literally rock a full 3-piece suit with a high collar in it and be like, wow, she oozes that like elegance, classic style, and she's really sexy.
But it also tells me just how comfortable in your body you are. Like if I had your body, I would have it out all the time. I would just walk around in little shorts. But you're like, yeah, I'm muscly. What of it? I'm also this, I'm also that. Like there's all these layers to me.
I definitely think that's also something that I think it would be an obvious thing for me to always be half naked.
Yeah.
Always like I have abs. Get them out all the time.
Being fit shouldn't be the fit. Like there's more to it than that.
Yeah. And I think sometimes it's great. And like I love the freedom I have with my clothes because if I want to wear a crop top and little shorts, I can. But at the same time, I also really want people to hear me and understand me rather than just look at me and cast an aspersion, because if I came in here in shorts and a tiny crop, fair enough, you probably would say, God, you look great and you're so fit, blah, blah, blah. But would you ask me about my education?
Yeah.
Potentially not. And it's not that I agree with that, but we cast an instant, opinion.
Yeah.
We cast an instant opinion on people based on sometimes what they're wearing. And I think sometimes the fact that I cover up a bit more is interesting.
Yeah.
People find it interesting. They're like, she really could be wearing a bikini top right now and look good in it. But I agree, like it's my clothes emphasize my character.
So to kind of take it back to when you were growing up, you grew up in the country, right?
Yeah.
So
country girl.
how much were you thinking about what you looked like? Were you very
Never.
practical?
Yes.
Yeah.
I never thought about what I looked like as a teenager or a young girl. I've been into sport, ponies, horse riding, since I was really little, like 4. And my mum, she had horses, so then I had ponies. Yeah. So jodhpurs, jacket, jumper, welly boots, sign me up.
Which actually is very in fashion right now.
Totally. But, you know, like in my teenage years, I liked skateboarding, wakeboarding, snowboarding. I was definitely like Avril Lavigne 2.0, done the dark eyeliner, done it all. And I think everyone, girls and boys, transition through their life in the phases and stages that they're in. I rode horses and went abroad a lot, all the way up into the age of 20. Yeah. So equestrianism style fashion and country style fashion, Barber jackets and tight jeans and knee-high brown leather boots, I loved and still love now. Still have a wardrobe full of it now because now I live in the country. Yeah. So I'll wear that sort of stuff, walk my dog on a day off or whatever. Not that I get those, but... And And it wasn't probably until late 20s I started looking at like fashionable fashion, high street fashion, catwalk style, and really took an interest in shapes.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't even know what an A-line dress would have been until I was in like late 20s, and I wanted to explore that sort of style. And also younger, I had an athletic shape, but I was slim, really slim.
Yeah.
Then into my 20s, when I stopped a lot of sport, had a little bit of a blip in life, I was really overweight. So your fashion changes with your body shape.
Totally.
To complement your shape, your size. And that's a good thing. That's why there's so many different cuts and colours and patterns. And then when I got into my 30s, and I've been the fittest of my life from my 30s, probably my fashion changed in a way again. Maybe not to less, maybe not to tighter, but just different cuts.
I definitely think so. I'm in my 30s as well, and I definitely think when you're in your 30s, it's like something just clicks, and you're like, actually, like in your 20s, you're trying to be a version that people want to see of you. You want to look conventionally hot, you want to be this, you want to be that, and then in your 30s, you're like, actually, what do I like wearing? And I really have enjoyed leaning into that as I've got older.
100% agree. I posted a couple of weeks ago about some survival tips for your 30s.
Yes, I loved these.
And at the very end of it, I did say, you know, your 30s is not when you reinvent yourself. It's actually when you just give yourself permission to be exactly who you've been all along.
Yes. And
I agree with that sentiment. Like, in my 30s, I've decided to wear exactly what I want, not what you would expect to see me in. And I wear the colours I like and the patterns I like and the tones that I like, because I know that it makes me feel like I'm giving off the right energy. And energy is a big thing to me as well. Like, I know that some colours can be just a little bit bolder and a little bit more inviting. Some are make you seem a bit friendlier. Some make you seem a bit standoffish when your clothing's really powerful. So I think, like, I'm aware of those things too. But like you, in my 30s, I've definitely had more personal autonomy to what I'm wearing and who it's for. Yeah.
But how did you get, so you said you were the fittest you've ever been in your life. How did you get to that point? When did CrossFit and everything like that sort of come into your life?
So in my 20s, I was at university, and I finished uni with a master's. And at uni, I did what everyone does, a bit of sport, but then also went out with my friends a lot, stayed up late, ate pizza, did all that. But I was also in a relationship that wasn't good for me. Definitely didn't help me thrive anyway. I barely survived, in fact. But all of that just compounded into me being not my best self. Totally disconnected from my body and my mind, massively overweight and just not happy. And I was very aware that to be happy, that's not just your mind. Your body comes for that too. And endorphins are a very powerful thing. So friends of mine at the time that I worked with in a gym said, come work out with us, see how you got on. And did CrossFit. Hated it the first time I'd done it.
Okay.
It was awful.
It
was so painful.
And
I felt sick, and I was like, I'm terrible at this. I wasn't any good at it. But then when I went home, I just thought, do you know what? I really achieved something there, because that was really hard. And I think I'd been a little bit preconditioned to that point to believe that I couldn't do hard things. Or I couldn't achieve things, or couldn't be successful. And so I think this was all, I almost proved myself a little bit wrong there. And was like, actually, so I went back. And then CrossFit honestly grew as a passion. It became a little bit like, oh, I need to do that, or I want to do that. And then who wants to do it with me? And then you realize that sometimes it's not the fitness that keeps you there, it's the community. And I made a lot of friends in a really short space of time who didn't judge me for anything. They were just like, oh my God, do you think you could do a pull-up? Do you think you could do a push-up? And I'm like, oh, probably not. But then when I couldn't and they couldn't, we were like, let's just spend the next couple of weeks trying to achieve this. That I found friendship in that, and I found a sense of belonging in that. So CrossFit for me became a place of friendship and growth and rehabilitation for my soul. My soul was hurt. And my personality was gone. So I spent a lot of years rebuilding my character, my confidence, along with the fact that my body was going too, but I didn't go for my body. That was a byproduct. Which is why it really was like the magnitude of change in my life because of fitness should be studied, because I didn't go there to be an athlete. And when I showed up to try CrossFit and weightlifting, I wasn't an athlete. I was a sports scientist from uni that was massively overweight, rode horses all our life and did a bit of hockey. Full stop. Then I started CrossFit, and within the first year, I did something called the Scottish Championships. I won it. Then I went into a few qualifiers for the European Championships. I competed at them. Then I qualified for the Scottish Open in Olympic weightlifting. I won it. Then I qualified for British Championships. And I've done 6 British Championships to date in Olympic weightlifting. Last year, I went to the World Championships in Norway as an Olympic weightlifter for Team Scotland. Represented my country last year.
Amazing.
Again, represented my country a few times now in the Celtic Nations and just for Team Scotland. And in CrossFit, I just competed last month in something called the Castle Games. I was second on podium, which was phenomenal because I don't train like a full-time athlete anymore. I have so many other things to do, as well as Sabre, educate children, go into schools, run my own gym, run my own recovery rooms, come on podcasts, meet new people, go to events, support charities. So I was still really pleased with that. And it's wild to think that I showed up to help my mindset and to gain a little bit of identity back. And instead, I've turned it into a career. I've been a professional athlete. I've become a gladiator. And I get to share that with loads of young, hopeful young children in schools, colleges, universities. Feels like an amazing thing to come out the back of what was adversity for me at the time.
And it's something you never could have mapped out. Did you ever see yourself being on TV? Like, was that even in your sphere of possibility?
No. I never had an interest in TV and media throughout that whole time. But loads of people said to me, you should go on TV. Because I could talk the legs off a donkey. Nothing really phases me.
But you're so inspirational. Like, you know how to sell it.
Yeah. And I guess, like, I never thought it was ever a possibility, but mainly because I didn't think I couldn't do it. I just never even thought about it. So when it came to me as an opportunity, it was, I was like, well, this sounds like a challenge. And I do love a challenge.
Yeah. But how did it feel? I mean, do you still remember the first time you put on the outfit as Sabre?
Yeah, of course.
What did it feel like seeing yourself in that?
I mean, I think it's different for everyone. But to me, it was a real confirmation of my effort.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I remember even going to fitting, deciding what outfits we would wear. I tried on a bunch of different things. Longer trousers, shorter shorts, like longer shorts, long sleeve, short sleeve, zip, everything. And I arrived on the one that I did because of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And it's Wonder Woman's outfit, isn't it? The cuffs and all. And I felt the best in it. And everyone around me, wardrobe, were like, wow, you really rock that, because of my tattoos as well. And I think when I got to Sheffield, which is where we filmed, and the very first time that we filmed, it was like Men in Black moment. They were like, well, go put it on. So literally, we all got time by ourselves to go and get dressed, and you were allowed to take as much time as you wanted. And I definitely did just sit for a while. Yeah. Silently sitting. And I looked in the mirror and was just like, how did we arrive here? Yeah. But I'm most grateful to not this girl, because I can honestly do anything. You give me anything to do and I will do it. But the girl that arrived at that gym when she was 24 as like this little broken spirit, like, she's phenomenal. Because now I know I've met a million girls like her. Yeah. Girls that have no self-confidence, that wear the baggiest t-shirt they possibly can to the gym, that are very apologetic for their own existence, don't think they can do it, also don't think they should even try to do it, and constantly have negativity around them, compounding those things. And I think they have to overcome so many barriers to just step foot in that gym, or to just decide at home they're going to make a change. So yeah, I think when I was sitting in that suit, I thought of her. Yeah. And I was like, wow, look what you did. Look what you, little broken sparrow, look what you did.
But speaking of look what you did, BAFTA winner.
I know, wow.
And not just any BAFTA, favourite Scot on screen. So that is all voted by the public.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks. Let's go Scotland.
Like, how did that feel knowing not only you won, but also, like, people really like you. They like what you're putting out there.
I mean, I don't know because, so basically, I'll be honest with you there. My mum and I take my mum everywhere. She's my wee poppet.
Yeah.
My mum and I had practiced the well done to the winner.
Yeah, of course.
Face. But we hadn't practiced what happens if I won. Because we were like, we're not going to win. We're up against slow horses and Doctor Who and everything.
All the Doctor Who's,
all
basically.
the Doctor Who's. And I was like, okay. I went, do you know what? One of them really deserves this. And Richard Rankin was just sitting over there, and David Tennant was sitting over there. And I was in a room of greatness. And so I hadn't written a speech, but I had practiced my well done to one of those guys.
Yeah.
And when they called that it was me, my mum just started freaking out. And our producer, Lou Brown, she was sat there, she was screaming.
Yeah.
And my agent, Holly, was sat right beside me. She got me in a headlock. So I was in a headlock. My mum was freaking out. Lou was freaking out. Holly was yelling. The room was clapping. And I just went into this zone of, oh my God, now I've got to give a speech.
Yes.
Now I've got to make one up right now. Start thinking, think. Who would you need to thank? How did we get here? And I can only say, like, people put the words like BAFTA nominee in their CV because it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a huge accolade to even be nominated. But to have won Best Scot on Screen 2025.
Yeah.
It blows my mind because I've never acted before. And Sabre is an extension of my character. And she is created to inspire, motivate and educate. And if the Scottish public have got behind that, it just gives me so much confidence that we need this.
Yeah.
We're doing the right thing. And it's great for the next generation. And the parents, probably the ones who voted, are right behind us while we do it. And yeah, I can't explain what it felt like because there's not a word.
Yeah.
Like elated is a good word, but it's not a big enough
doesn't
word.
Quite scratch
doesn't quite,
it.
yeah. And then I jumped up and had to give a speech. And all I really could do is thank the people that were around me that supported me in this, but then also apologize to the locker room producer because he was the one that basically was like, you're an actress now. And I was like, Bill, I'm an athlete. I'm not an actress. And there I was, stood on stage as an award-winning actress. And I was like, sorry about that, Bill. Turns out you're absolutely right.
But is there something nice? I mean, I think you're a very open person anyway. You do have a lot of theatricality about you. But is there something nice about just getting to step into this character? Is it like the Sabre lights go on and you're in
100%. I'm very different to Sabre. And within year one, when I was creating her, we were one and the same. I wouldn't talk about her as a separate person as I do now. I'm Sabre. I would be Sabre. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm feisty. I'm in the first person because to truly develop a character that I could switch into, I need to know everything about her. So I need to live as her. And production within Hungry Bear, which is like our talent agency as well as the production company that runs Gladiators, they were like, be immersive. Like, develop this character from the ground up because ultimately everything she does and says, the way she walks, her mannerisms, the looks, everything comes down to the way you want to create this character. And it's either a hit or it's a miss. Yeah. And it comes down to how much effort you put in it. So I would write about her and be like, and then this happened and she said this and she did that, because I would like to be able to switch her on and switch her off. But you have to know a character really well to be able to do that.
You need to know their motivations.
100%. So year one, I was Sabre. Year two, there was Sabre and I. And year three, I play the character Sabre.
Yeah, I love that. But how much are you getting recognised when you're just walking about? Are people like, Mum, that's Sabre?
Yeah, daily. I would say every day.
Is that something you like?
Of course. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
You know, like 4 years ago, I was just a girl training in her gym, trying to educate people, offering inspiring content at times, educational content at times, motivational, and just hoping that people would listen, take it on board, improve themselves in some way, with like evidence-backed information, real research-based information. But it's been a real privilege to watch how that girl has become this girl.
Yeah.
And in the meantime has been given lots of recognition for it. And, you know, children run up to you and they either go up and scream or they go right down and they shut down in front of you, just like. And I actually had a member of mine picks up his nieces from school, and they actually came into the gym yesterday. He said to me the week before, the girls would die if they met you.
Yeah.
And one of them was 6 and one of them was 4. And he was like, do you mind if I bring them in? I said, no, he didn't tell them. He just walked into my gym with them and they both seen me and their jaws just hit the ground. They were like, and I was like, hi, I'm Sabre. It's nice to meet you. And honestly, the taller of the two just went bright red and she just went, and she like wouldn't take her eyes off me. So I could see that she was just taking it all in.
Yeah, well, you're her idol.
That's it, yeah. So I just spoke to them a little bit, but you can always tell if you're going to get anything back or if I need to tell her more about the games I like and what I like to do, and then ask her now and again, prompt her to be like, do you think you'd be good at that game? So she can answer, just be involved in the conversation, but don't ask too much from them. So and it's been a real privilege for parents to message and say, my daughter's taken up sport because of you, and my daughter now, she won't do anything without these kitty ears or whatever. And like you couldn't ever take that for granted. You couldn't ever not like that. That's a real privilege, and I think anyone who's in a position to be recognized by adults or children for their efforts is an honor.
But a big part of what you do now is going into schools and working with kids.
Yeah.
How is that experience?
Oh, it's really good fun. So my business partner, Sam, we own Sweatbox together, and he was a professional ice hockey player. So he's actually cool in his own right.
Yeah.
Kids actually love him already. He gets recognized all the time as well. Him and I have both had a real interest in youth development.
Yeah.
And then one of our best friends that works with us now is a coach, Greg. He is just wild. He is a child trapped in an adult's body, and he gives off the nicest energy that he can build a rapport with kids instantly. He takes our kids classes at the gym. So the three of us were like, wouldn't it be great if we could just all do this together? Wouldn't it be great if we could run some sort of fitness camp? So the first thing we ever done was we ran a camp in the gym over April time, and we're like, right, bring your kids along. We're going to educate them on good, healthy food. We're going to educate them on activity and exercise and how it's not just sport. And we're going to educate them on confidence and being an individual.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're going to do fitness with them, little bits of CrossFit. And we did it, and we were like, that was the best. Like having 60 kids over the 2 days, and we're just like, we've done more there in our community in those 2 days, and we've been able to do collectively recently, like over the last few years. So we were like, there's something in this. And we were like, we want to work with the next generation. So Next Gen Fit Kids was born. And the three of us work really closely together, just bring something different to the table for them. And real world role models do so much more than textbooks and videos of people that they'll never meet and they don't know who they are. Because kids want to aspire to be like people.
Yes. Totally. And I mean, it's something that comes so naturally to you as well. I think, well, you said something on Instagram I really loved. Yeah. That you're talking about being a girl's girl.
Yeah.
I can totally tell that you are a girl's
100%.
girl. Do you want to kind of talk us through that concept?
Yeah, so I find it like growing up, girls didn't particularly like me. Most of my friends were boys, not because I wanted it that way, but because most of the girls were just mean to me. And because I wouldn't talk about other girls, or I wouldn't be mean to other girls, and I wouldn't exclude other girls. I'm not a jealous person. I've never really been a jealous person. I'm more the idea that lighting one candle doesn't diminish your own flame.
Yeah, 100%.
And over the last maybe 10 years, I've really developed in my idea of women need support from other women because it's tough out there.
Yeah.
And if I've made mistakes, I don't want you to have to make them to learn them if I can offer you information. And if you inspire me, I don't feel that I can't ask you about that. I can't, like, I want to be able to connect with you and say, do you know, I think you're absolutely stunning and I love the way you dress, and where'd you get your confidence for that? Because not only is that a compliment to you, but it's me being able to stand in my own power to be able to say, like, I envy your wardrobe and your confidence. And that's not a negative. And for women, one thing that I found most freeing around other women is when you're honest and you give real.
Yes.
Because life looks perfect on the outside, but to your very best friends, they know that sometimes you're hanging by a thread. And I need a woman to chat to about that. I need a proper girl. And my best friend Laura is the biggest girl's girl you'll ever meet. She'll champion everyone, even if they get put in a position that she wanted to be in or wants to someday be in. She'll still be the one being like, go queen, you are amazing. I've learned a lot from her with that as well. I just really always want to help women find themselves in a position that others can be happy for them and they can be happy for others, and that we can support each other and navigate some of the tougher things in life. Women deal with a lot just in their physical body.
Totally.
Let alone with what societal pressure is these days, let alone fashion pressure, let alone the pressure that what you're in your 30s and you're judged if you're not married, then you're judged if you do get married, you're judged if you don't have kids, but then you're judged if you do have kids. What if you wanted a career at the same time? It's tough to navigate. And I think one less thing for us to worry about is if other women have our back or not. And I just always want to be the sort of woman that, you know, I've got your back always.
I am so over feeling like we have to be, it's you or me that can succeed. I'm like, if that person succeeds, that's a blueprint that I can do that too.
100%.
And I really think it's important to live that way. But sometimes you meet people and they have been conditioned that only one of us can be the winner, and that's okay because they're just not quite there yet. But like seeing you talk about being a girl's girl, I was like, yes, we need more of this. 100%.
I definitely think it's a concept that I will talk more about forever, because also it holds safe space for other women around me. Like anyone can sit down and have a conversation with me, and I'm never ever going to judge that person based on their lived experiences. And in return, I just expect the same. And that just, it also helps dissolve friction in a room where there's more than one alpha female. Good. Because alpha males can coexist. But women get pitted off against each other. And it just doesn't need to be that way.
Totally. But you've got this massive social media following now. I mean, did that mostly come with Gladiators, or did you sort of have that already?
Yeah, so through my career beginning sport, I started posting. And of course, to begin with, that comes with a lot of, why are you posting that? And my friends made up made up a WhatsApp group specifically so that they could just take the mick out of me getting into sport. Yeah, I know, yeah. The more I think about it, the less it's not great. But anyway, so, but it's the confidence to know that I was just documenting my own journey. I didn't know I was going to end up here, but the reason I documented that journey is one of the reasons I'm sat here. Because when looking for someone to be inspirational in the public eye, it needs to be someone comfortable behind a camera, because obviously you're going to play to a lot of people, and it needs to be someone that's got some sporting accolades. To do that in this world, having support from sponsors to help with travel, equipment, clothing, even opportunities to enter competitions, you do, like, social media following does help facilitate that. And so I'm really glad I started posting. But when I went on to Glads, I think I had 100,000.
Only 100,000.
Well, yeah. And that was like off the back of being a sports fitness girl, being a gym owner and an affiliate owner to CrossFit, and maybe now and again posting a bit about fashion or my dog or whatever. And then when it became Sabre, of course, it became far more popular. Maybe an extra 100,000 or something over this last year. I don't really know what I'm on now, but it's 200 and something.
But have you really enjoyed getting to show, you know, your outfits and this other side of you? Because I'm seeing a lot of fashion stuff right now, which I love.
Yeah, definitely. I don't post as much just about training. The other thing is because it's not a realistic suggestion. And when people see me do workouts, they're like, oh, I'll need to try that. And I'm like, no, don't. I've been a CrossFit athlete for nearly 15 years. Don't try that. Don't try this at home. So I find myself not posting some of the crazy skills that we do, because I'm not suggesting that people try that. And everyone needs to, you know, fitness meets you where you are. Maybe you can just walk for an hour outside. Maybe it's 10 minutes. Maybe you could go for a run. Maybe you could do weightlifting, but maybe you're still just learning to squat sensibly in a good body position. So fitness meets you where you are, and my level of fitness on Instagram at the minute, especially because kids look in on that.
Yes.
I want them to be able to see someone who's well-rounded. It's not my only personality, but it's just something that facilitated a career. So yeah, and like, because I've had lots of events recently, I've enjoyed putting outfits together and I love posting about it. I was just at book club the other night and I've been reading Western romance. So it was cowgirl theme. So I absolutely loved that. And then Emily Steele, she's now country singer as well as Dynamite the Gladiator. So we all went to her first rodeo.
Amazing.
So I got to dress as a Western cowgirl there too. And then, Highland Show was like agriculture outdoors, but I was doing meet and greet. So threw some outfits together for that. So yeah, I have really enjoyed it. And I really think like girls need ideas.
Yeah.
And like high street ideas, high street outfits, as well as maybe something that's a little bit nicer. And girls that are shaped like me love to see my content as well.
Yeah.
Girls with muscle, athletic women.
So is there anything you find quite difficult to fit? Like I have a really wide back and I really struggle.
Flex, good girl.
Well, it's not a flex when you're trying to go bra shopping, but
yeah, fair.
Is there anything that you really struggle to find to fit?
Loads of things. Like, it's tough for me to buy jeans off the hanger.
Yeah. I think it's tough for most people, to be honest.
Because the sizes are so inconsistent in stores. And because I have a small waist, big bum, big quads, but I have a short leg.
Yeah.
Like my legs are really quite short. That's what makes me so good at squatting, snatch, clean and jerk. I think so. Jeans is a tough one for me. A shirt that fits me around my chest and my waist will never fit my arms.
Yes.
Like if I flex, I'll bust it.
Yeah.
So I can't really pick shirts up. That's quite difficult. Or I just get them tailored. But most of my clothes are tailored. Like I'll get a beautiful blazer and I'll go and get it taken in at the waist.
Yeah.
Because it fits my shoulders in a bigger size, but then it's too baggy.
I take stuff to the tailors all the time.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive.
No.
And see when something fits you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It makes the clothes look more expensive as well.
Yes.
Definitely. I had a blazer altered recently and it cost me like £22 to have it just pulled in at the waist, shortened at the cuffs a tiny bit, and now it looks like $1 million jacket. Whereas before it did look a bit like that's a little bit too big for me.
Yeah.
But it's a stunning blazer and I wouldn't want to miss out on clothes. Like I say this to my mum a lot as well. She's like, oh, they'll be too long for me in jeans. And I'm like, get them taken up.
Totally.
Because we like the shape, we like the colour, we like the fit. They're just a little long. Get them, take them up.
Yes.
And there's a store in Dundee. You can get it taken up within the hour. Cost you like £8.
Oh my God.
Just to hem some jeans.
Why wouldn't
Let's go.
you?
Exactly. And then you can really wear more things that you want to wear because fashion isn't made for modern body shape.
Yeah.
Not really. Because if you think about it, in a modern time, there's a lot of like this. I think there's a lot of different groups and demographics, but there's the girls that want to be strong. Then there's the girls that want to look amazing on a beach and are idolizing those that are on TV shows where most of the time they spend time in a bikini.
Yeah.
And they're two very different body shapes. So how do we all fit in the same jeans?
Yeah.
What?
Even if you're the same size.
Exactly. A size 8 girl that is like super slim versus a size 8 girl with muscle. The slimness is in different areas.
Yeah.
The muscle creates different curves. So it's hard for clothes to fit. But yeah, I get loads tailored. In fact, all the time.
I love it. I love when someone has fashion vision.
Yeah. Like, I love this pattern, but they don't fit. And I take them in and I'm like, make this fit. And the guy's really good. He's just like, put them on, let me see where they don't fit and let's fix it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, great.
Oh, shout out to all the tailors out there. We love
Shout
you.
out to the tailors.
So to finish off, I have something quite fun called the quick change round. Great. So I just want the first thing that comes into your head, and this is just to kind of get to know you and your wardrobe a bit better. So question 1, what are you wearing when you want to feel your absolute best?
Sports kit, probably leggings, a sports bra, no t-shirt, trainers. Let's go.
Stunning. Love it. Number 2, what is one item of clothing you have that you would never throw away?
That's so interesting. I don't know if I feel that way about fashion.
Interesting.
I don't know if I have like, I'm not sentimental with clothing really. Actually, that's not true. I have my mum's jacket.
Yeah.
And it's a big black jacket that's got fur on it. And I wore it recently when I dressed as a mob wife.
Okay.
So I won't ever throw that away.
I love that. It is, when it belongs to someone you care about, it just elevates it to a different level.
Yeah, you just keep it, don't you? Family heirloom.
I love it. What is the most you thing in your wardrobe?
I've got so many things that that when I wear, you're like, of course you're wearing that.
Yeah.
This jacket's one of them.
Totally.
But probably like power suits. That
Yeah.
suit I wore to the BAFTAs couldn't be more me.
Yes.
The only thing that could be more me is that, but in animal print.
Oh. Next year.
Next year, yeah. Disappear up there in animal print.
I love it. What is a fashion trend you hate or you would never wear?
Ugg boots. No.
Yeah.
Nah.
I agree
When
with that.
when they like dissolve on the inside, stop it.
Yes.
No, I'm not here for Ugg boots. In the privacy of my own home, I'll wear slippers, sliders, maybe even the slip-on ones because they're easy to run in and out of the bins. But outdoors, for me, Ugg boots no.
Yes.
It's not snowing. Get them off. That's how I feel about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, what is something you have worn and regretted?
Oh, I've done that loads of times. Because when you have to be okay with a hit and a miss sometimes when you're figuring yourself out in fashion. And there's been times I've wore clothes, looked at the video back or picture back and been like, I don't really suit that shape. So there's been plenty of things, but sometimes I convince myself, so I have a long body and shorter legs. I convince myself that the one piece fits. And then I try and sit down in it and I'm like, oh my God, it's really uncomfortable. And I sit like this for ages because it's like cutting me in half. So there's been a few jumpsuits I've regretted because they're so uncomfortable.
That's so sad though, because jumpsuits are great.
Some fit me nicely, some don't, but I need to take heed on that. I need to sit down more when I'm trying them on.
Yes, that
do
is
some
a tip.
lunges and stuff.
Anything you wear, sit down
Sit down, stand up, do a few lunges, do a few squats. Can you feel that digging into you? Yeah, don't wear that.
Totally.
Do not wear that. So yeah.
Now, I actually don't know what you're going to say for this, but if your wardrobe could only be one colour for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I love the colour green. I do love the colour green. It's my favourite colour.
What sort of green we talking?
I love emerald green. But then also like forest green.
Yeah.
Like a deeper colour. Like emerald green mixed with a spot of black. That. But every time someone's really complimented a colour on me, it's been pink.
Okay.
People are like, wow, you really suit pink. Like it lights up my face. It's got a Barbie vibe to it. Blonde hair, blue eyes, like Charlotte Tilbury pillow talk makeup, pink. Seems to go down really, really well. So to be honest, I would box myself into pink because I can still rock it. It can still be really powerful and it can be super soft and feminine. So yeah. Whereas I would struggle with some of my green outfits. They're quite punchy.
Yes.
Whereas like part of me is still just like a super soft little like unicorn girl. So
yeah,
I'm going to say pink.
I love that. I think you should wear more pink.
Yeah.
So finally, I've been asking everyone, I need a name for my mannequin lady. And since it's you, would love to know, what do you think maybe her gladiator name could be?
Well, it's like a paisley print. So I quite like paisley in general.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's got no arms and legs.
Yeah, maybe not the best gladiator.
So no arms and legs and no head. It's a wee bit like, I just don't think she'd cut the mustard.
Okay, sorry, no gladiator
name
for you, Paisley.
Unfortunately, Paisley, darling. Yeah, your general name could be Paisley or Priscilla because you're giving Priscilla.
Priscilla, yes, I like
so
that.
giving Priscilla, but you're not giving. It's not giving Gladiator.
Okay, she's not made for sport. She's made for fashion.
Yeah, and like I do want Gladiators to be like super inclusive and absolutely everyone. But
okay, you're out. Sorry. Well, Shelley, it's been amazing chatting to you.
Thank you.
Before you go, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to tell us about?
Loads of cool things are going on.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to see a lot more of me over this next few years. I've done some cool projects over the last few months that will come out towards the end of the year. I go to film in 10 days, and that's me down in Sheffield for a couple of weeks.
Amazing.
Filming the next series, and then I'm on tour
with
the Gladiators in October, November, December. So yeah, I mean, if you think I'm all right, give us a follow. And you can watch all of that unfold. It's chaos, but watch it all unfold. And apart from that, no, nothing. Everyone else can just get on with their own lives. And if I happen to be someone they want to look in on, then great. Everyone's welcome.
I love that. Thank you so much, Shelley. It's been amazing
Alice.
chatting to you.
And you?
Okay, I feel super motivated. 1, to finally take that stuff I've been putting off going to the tailors for ages, and 2, to go to the gym. But yes, thank you so much for joining us in the dressing room today. If you liked this, I would love if you could give us a follow or a subscribe. You'll also find us on Instagram and TikTok, and come back next week to see who will be joining me in the dressing room then. Thanks, see you then.